boy was doing his best to put on his uniform, but he just couldn't manage it properly. Seeing this, an officer began lighting matches to keep track of the time. One by one, all the matches burned out, and finally, the boy succeeded in putting on his military uniform. Excited and proud, he ran around the camp with joy, but suddenly, German bombers launched an attack. The officer managed to protect him just in time. Terrified by the deafening explosions all around him, the boy curled up inside a trench. When the bombing finally stopped, he saw that many soldiers had been wounded. At that moment, he realized the true cruelty of war. He immediately went to a tent, picked up a cup, and began giving water to the injured soldiers. To ease their pain, he stood in the middle of the tent and started singing for them. His sweet voice moved many soldiers to tears. From that day on, the boy decided that he would become a real soldier. He tried to shave like the grown-ups. Whenever a soldier walked past him, he would salute them. The soldiers smiled at his behavior, but by now, they had accepted him as one of their own. Sometime later, he arrived at the command center and volunteered to take on the duty of a messenger. Soon, he was given his first assignment, delivering letters to the soldiers. Nearly everyone in the camp adored the cheerful little boy. One soldier even danced in front of him just to make him smile, and the boy was delighted. But the very next day, when he brought a letter for that same soldier, he learned that the man had been killed. The boy quietly removed his cap and walked away with a heavy heart. One day, he went out on patrol with the reconnaissance soldiers. Looking through binoculars, he carefully scanned the area. Suddenly, he spotted a foot sticking out from a large pile of grass. He immediately ran back to camp and reported what he had seen. The lieutenant didn't believe him at first, but the boy was completely serious. Eventually, the lieutenant left his meal behind and went to investigate with two soldiers. To flush out the enemy, they set the pile of grass on fire. Moments later, hidden enemy scouts came running out. The soldiers opened fire and eventually captured two enemy soldiers. Afterward, the boy moved through the fog and dragged a bag out into the open. Inside was a radio being used to direct airstrikes. The boy had accomplished something remarkable, yet he showed no pride in it. Following this incident, the enemy launched an even larger attack against the Soviet forces. The boy dragged boxes of ammunition through the trenches and delivered them to his comrades. Explosions erupted everywhere, but he never showed fear. One veteran soldier was deeply impressed by his courage, and the boy respectfully saluted him in return. When he returned to the command post, he learned that the communication lines had been cut. The worry on the officers' faces was obvious. Seeing this, the boy headed back out. Following the communication wires, he crawled out of the trench and onto the battlefield. Amid bullets and explosions, he slowly pushed forward. At last, he found the broken wires. He repaired them, and communication was restored. Because of his actions, the soldiers were able to stop the enemy assault. Later, a general learned about the boy's bravery and extraordinary achievements. Impressed by his courage, the general awarded him a Medal of Honor. The most astonishing part was that this boy was only 6 years old, and this story is completely true.